What up guys, the Delta016 here, and as you can, in case you don't know, we are back in my room for the first full video to do with Connects. And a lot of you have been wanting this, you've been asking for this, and personally this is one of my favourite models. You've been asking for tutorials for this, and your wish is my command. I'm going to show you how to make the burst-fire submachine gun from Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So, now like I said, this is a personal favourite of mine. It's actually one of my favourite models that I've actually made. I got good feedback from the tutorial for the Enfield, and I had 2 comments from viewers. Hold on a sec. I need to go onto my iPod. Not my iPhone, iPod. Here we are. The first message on this weapon came 4 months ago, so that was April. Oh god, that was a good month for me. From the last stand entry. His name in the description or on an annotation or both. And he said, "Nice video, man. I want to try to make one too." That's when I told him about the tutorial. Then I got a message from Grit Scooters with 2 Z's saying, "Tutorial, please." Trust me, if you've seen the comment on the actual video, and that was 20 hours ago, that comment, you would have seen that he made a long please. So, to last stand entry and Grit Scooters, your prayers have been answered. You are getting the tutorial for the Chicom CQB, and it will also come with the tutorial on how to make the red dot sight. Not really tutorial, but how to make it. First and foremost, you can see that it's one of those circular pieces, circular connectors with a yellow stick on there, and I'll explain adding this onto the weapon. So, as with the Enfield, so here's the checklist, and you better take a note of this because there's a lot of pieces to go for this Chicom. Let's start off with the sticks. So you're going to need 5 of the longest grey sticks. You'll need 9 white sticks, 10 red sticks. If you remember, these ones came from different set, so that's why they're a metallic green kind of colour. So yeah, 10 red sticks. You need 4 blue sticks, again 2 metallic ones because they came from different set. 12 green sticks. There's 2 black there, again different set. Pretty soon I'm going to get tired of hearing myself saying that. And then 17 yellow sticks. Because this is a compact design, a weapon that's compact in design, you don't need a lot of long sticks. So quite a lot of the space is taken up by these smaller ones. Now onto the other bits. You need 1 blue cog, like this. If you don't have a blue cog, you can use a grey one. It's just I use the blue one because they have the little hooks wide at either side, and you'll see why I choose that one. You need 1 grey 2-slot connector, 6 white, 3 green, 3 blue, these kinds with the little slots in the middle that will connect in with the purple. Only 1 purple connects with the blues, but you need 3 purple. 6 yellows, 9 reds, 4 blacks, 4 these little black ones that they clip into one of the connectors, but then they can also have a stick clip through there. 1 beige, that's why you need the blue cog, because it connects into there. And then 22 orange, so you need quite a lot of them. And as I've said already, just add 1 more yellow stick and 1 more white connector to make the reflex sight or red dot sight, whichever you want to call it. And now, okay, so the first thing we're going to do is what we did with the end field, and that's make the body. The body is the most important part, obviously, otherwise you've got nothing to go on. So first you need to take your 4 grey sticks, and this is going to be the bottom of it. Because this is bullpup again, we're going to make the bottom and work our way up and out. Once you have your 4 sticks, get the blue connector and connect them in this manner, so that they're either side of the little slot where the purple would go, and then just mirror that so you have basically almost like a circular shape. And also you then want to add one of these white connectors and put that on the back. This is not how I made them, bear in mind, because these are all experiments. These were all experimental models when I made them initially. Now we're going to get the tricky part out of the way. Take a blue connector and a purple and clip them in like that, so you have a nice all-round clipper, as I call it. And what you want to do is clip that in on the top of the grey so that they line up like that. So the purple, sorry, I'm following my video because I don't draw these instructions down, which is stupid. So then when you slide it forward, it should slot in there just nicely. Now we're going to keep it back for a second, and there's a reason for that. In fact, we'll bring it forward just a little bit. Next, we're going to make the top part of the body. For that, we are going to need 4 of these yellow connectors. At the moment, just follow my instructions and you should be fine, as you were last time. Take the last blue connector and do the same thing with these sticks. Just 2 of them, and then use the orange connectors, clip them on the sticks, and then connect the other 2 on like that. So you have it like that. Now we're going to make the top of the carry handle, rail, whatever you want to call it. Take a white stick, or take 2, sorry, and clip them where they're mirrored for the yellow sticks. Then take 2 of these yellow connectors and clip them onto the white sticks. So you can already see we have the basis of the carry handle to start off with. Take 2 more yellow sticks, clip them onto the yellow connectors, like so. Now, you need to take 2 of these, 2 red connectors, and clip them onto the yellow sticks at the top. Take the first one and slide it towards the yellow connectors. Take the second one and clip that and drag it to the very back. So it's got nowhere to go. So you've got a nice little space in there. And that is where you are then going to clip on these. You clip them onto the red connectors like that on both of them, because that will attach the reflex sight. You clip it on there. Make sure when you make the reflex sight you leave a little space in front of the connector so that when they clip on it's got a nice little space in front of the actual sight. We're not going to add that on, but that's how it connects on. Back to the build, we take 2 more orange connectors and clip them on the remaining sections of the yellow sticks, and then 2 more white sticks connect onto there. So there you have the front half of it. Then take a white connector, and this can get a little bit fiddly with the white sticks, but I clip them in first, and then do the same with the yellow sticks, and then pull them out so that they're at the farthest they can go. Now, this is where it gets fiddly again. You need to clip these yellow sticks onto those 2 slots right here. And you need to clip it in front of this red connector, because if you clip it behind it won't slide forward because it will catch on the red connector. So you slide it and stick it right there, and then slide it forward so that they connect together like that, and then with a green stick you clip them into the back so that the body stays nice and firm and won't move. And then with a blue stick, like these, you stick it on the front so you have your barrel. Now, we'll continue out on the body. We won't go down or up just yet. We'll continue on the body. You take 2 more yellow connectors and stick them on the white sticks. Now, this may be a bit of a struggle to put them on. It may go on easy, but it's just the design of the weapon. Now that will connect upwards and will make the carrying handle and the or the rail. Now what you do, when you do add on the reflex sight, you obviously take the carry handle off. You replace these yellow connectors with orange connectors. So you may want to add 4 orange connectors onto that, which will give you 26 orange connectors for the overall model. You then take 6 orange connectors, and I have 5 I just grabbed, and you collect them onto these sticks right here. I can grab them, there we go, like so. And then with 8 of your red sticks, you clip them into these connectors, so that extends the body out further. Ooh, but Jesus. Sorry, I'm out of frame. So there we are, like that. 2 more white connectors to go in there. What I'm doing here, and what I do with my models, is I put one in, put a green stick in, so that it clips in there. Take a white connector, I'm sorry about that, but you won't have any issues, hopefully, with that. You take another white connector, you put it in a little bit away from that, and then you slide it up and click it in. And then the usual pull to secure. That's what you got to remember, pull to secure. Otherwise it will be all jiggly all over the place and you can't carry on with the model. Now we need 8 orange connectors. I've grabbed 4 because it's a bit of a handful, grabbing 8, and clip them on the end of the red sticks, like so. Just bearing in mind I gotta keep in frame, otherwise you can't see what I'm doing. You're thinking, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? And then with the yellow sticks, you fit them into those connectors like this. Now remember, I am using different coloured sticks that come from different sets. You're gonna hopefully have same coloured ones, but it really doesn't matter whether the colour's off. And then with your last 2 white connectors, you click them in on the back. Pull to secure. Use my technique of putting the green stick in there so that it points vertical. And then the last one, click it in, just like this. Slide it, click it, then pull to secure. And just make sure that they're all in place, in the right place. I really need to put that on don't go to sleep. Okay, now we're going to make the carry handle, because that's I guess the major part of this build. Now I'm going to show you just one half of it. I haven't actually got the other half built already. This isn't Blue Peter. If you're in Britain you'll know that reference. If you're not, you may not. So you take one red connector and put a green stick in one of the angles, then a yellow stick in the other one, like that. With an orange connector you put on to the yellow stick, a white stick goes onto that, a green connector goes on the end of that, green stick goes down, and a white stick goes diagonally down. In that white section you take a red connector and you stick him in, and then in that middle section you take one of these and click that right in the middle, because that's the basis of the rear sight. That's the start of the rear sight. Now with the purple, you take the last 2 purple bits and you click them together like that. They may be a bit loose, it could just be my pieces. And then you stick that in. Now we're not going to slide to secure just yet. Right now I have to build the other half. Like I said, this isn't Blue Peter, so it's not a case of here's one I made earlier. Like this. I don't need a red connector, it's already on there. Just like this. I'm relatively fast at doing this because obviously I've done it for a while. Before I did the YouTube videos of these models, I was just making them for fun. You know, as a young kid, I was just making them and just playing with them, playing with friends and stuff like that. So bear that in mind. That could be an idea for the Series 3 episode, which will have a Black Ops 2 Connects weapon in. Now, some of you are probably shouting at the screen and about to put comments saying, but the Chicom has an unusable flashlight on the front. We'll get to that right now. Take a blue stick and clip it onto the bit that points forward on the purple connector, just like that. Take the blue cog and you want to put it so it goes in that way, although horizontal, like that, until it goes to the very end. You don't want it poking out like that. You want it to the very end, so it's a nice flat surface. And you want that slid forward just a bit. And with this beige connector, what it is, it clips onto a stick like that, but then there's this little point on it which will stick into these connectors. It will go in like that, and it makes some designs more secure. In this case, you clip it on the blue stick and slide it so it fits into that little hook on the blue cog, and that's why the blue cog is a better choice. And then slide it back as far as that beige connector will allow. And then once you've got that, you can then attach it to the body of your Chicom. So these two bits at the front click into the yellow connectors on the front. It's a little bit fiddly, so you may want to put the flashlight on after you've put the carry handle. And then these two back green ones clip into the back ones. So you got the carry handle. It's quite secure, you know, it won't break unless you do whatever you want to do. On that little bit, you take a green stick and you just clip it in there, and you should have the sights. I don't know if you can see it, and it's not helping I've got a black t-shirt on, but yeah. Next we want to make the trigger, otherwise how the hell are you going to fire this thing? Now for the trigger, if you remember the Enfield build, you'll know how to make it, but because the Chicom is smaller, you want to make a smaller pistol grip. So you start off as if you are making the Enfield trigger, but instead of yellow sticks, you put in two blue sticks, like that, and then carry on as normal with that, like so. So you have that. A white stick goes on the back of it, so it clips into the back of the weapon, and a yellow stick goes on the front. And what you want to do then is take a red connector, clip it onto there, and then you just want to wedgie it into the bottom of the body. Or you can choose to, like I'm doing right now, put the red connector in first, because that'll make it easier, but don't slide it all the way. Put the yellow stick into that, like this, slide to secure, and then clip the white stick into the back, like that, and slide to secure. So you have the trigger, and you got your weapon. Not very small place to put your hands. That's what she said. Lol. But that's that. Now we're going to make the magazine, because there's pretty much only enough sticks left to make the magazine if you have the right amount of sticks. So you take the last two reds with two of the red connectors and clip the red connectors onto the bottom of both sticks. A green stick clips both of them together. You put an orange connector on one of the sticks and a black connector onto the stick, and then clip it into the orange connector, and don't slide it up to secure just yet. What you then do is with the last red connector, stick it into the bottom section, just behind the trigger, like that. One end of the magazine goes into this white connector right here, and then you just slide the red connector and clip it in to the magazine, so you have that. Now the last touch is obviously a cocking handle. You'll notice that I haven't put it in just yet, but that's easy, that's a last minute detail. With your last grey stick, you clip it into there. I was aiming for the wrong place. You clip it in there. Sorry, phone unpopular, but they'll ring back in a sec. Doesn't matter because it's a number I don't recognise. So the grey stick goes in like that, like so, and then with your last orange connector, you clip that in this section between these two red connectors on that grey stick, like that, and slide to secure. Just check over that the weapon is not out of sync, and there you have it, your very own Chicom CQB submachine gun. Now like I said, when you do add on the reflex sight, clip out these yellow connectors and replace them with orange ones, and then just stick the stick onto these, and it'll sit nicely and you can look through the sight and you've got your very own reflex. So there you are, the Chicom CQB submachine gun with obviously the reflex sight and a working bolt, and this is how you make that weapon. Thanks for watching. This has been the Delta 016. Keep your head on the swivel.